Hi guys, welcome back to another episode at myBangla Official. I'm here today with Halima, otherwise known as the face of JHILMILAA, most recently June Rain and Noories Knots. We're going to talk about the businesses which are online and get to know Halima a little bit more. So if you can just introduce yourself.
So yeah, what you said, Halima, and yeah, I run a couple of online businesses, and yeah.
How is it going for you at this moment to have an online business? Because obviously a lot of people are finding it quite difficult.
I think online it hasn't affected it as much as other businesses, to be completely honest, because people are sitting at home on their phones a lot more, on their whatever, a lot of social media a lot more, and just buying things that they may not have necessarily bought. If they, and then there's just like, this is my most recent business, home fragrances, and because people are spending so much time at home, they appreciate it a lot more.
Yeah.
I know I do for sure. When your house smells nice,
it does. When I walked in, it smelled absolutely amazing. Alhamdulillah. I've actually got some of your bath smells, and they are really nice. They linger around the house for a very long time. So JuneRain is actually your baby.
Yes, it is. It's how old is she? How old is it now? 2000.
I did actually try
8, 9 years. Yeah.
I tried to scroll, but it wasn't working.
I never had the Instagram when it first started. I started on Facebook, didn't I? That's always been online. And I think it's still...
I actually didn't know that you started on Facebook.
Yeah, I started on Facebook.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I started on Facebook.
I actually don't know how to use Facebook anymore. Like, sometimes I'll go on it and I'll get a notification and I don't know how to maneuver around it. I think Instagram is definitely the way forward when it comes to businesses. But tell me a little bit more about why you wanted to start this. Because I, for sure, know that back then, you were kind of in the forefront of online businesses selling dirty clothing or even Asian clothing, because your clientele is from all different backgrounds. It's not just Bengali clothing, it's for everybody. So, what was I saying?
How did I start? Why did I start? I think I was at uni when I started, second year or third year actually. And you know what, I remember this is what happened. I went to buy a sari and it was so expensive. I'm not going to say from where, but I still have the sari. And it was so expensive for what it was. And I was like, surely, and it was a couple of days before Eid. And obviously your mum gives you money for Eid and, whatever. And I went out, got a sari, I thought, you know what, I can do this myself. I've always wanted to do an online business, because prior to that, me and my friend, we used to work at in Bullring, the stalls. They used to sell those hair pieces there. So and after that I got really inspired, and there was another lady who I used to work with at my part-time job. She used to sell cards, greeting cards and stuff online, and she used to, every week, it was a Saturday job, and every week she used to tell me, I've been to Plymouth and I've been here and I've been there. And I think it was her, I remember her name was Cheryl. And from then, I've always wanted to do something online. And when this opportunity came, when it wasn't an opportunity, when that light bulb moment, that's it. When the light bulb moment came, I was like, you know what, I'm going to put my savings. How old was I? Like 21, 22? So you can imagine how much savings does a 21-year-old have. Anyway, I bought stock, loads of stock. I probably got ripped off then as well, but because it was my first time.
You've learned a lot.
I've definitely learned a lot. Bought loads of stock in, and in my head I was thinking that this is the mentality that I've still got, and going further, like going forward, if I was to do something else, it would be my mentality like, if it doesn't work out, it wasn't meant to be, and that's it. And it just took off.
I think that's the thing, a lot of people watch online businesses, don't know your background, and they just think, like we were just having the conversation, they must think, how easy is this to do? There's a lot that goes on in the background. So I mean, if you were to give like an aspiring online entrepreneur some advice, if they were going into fashion, what would you say to them?
I would say, don't go onto somebody's page, or don't go look at another page or business and think, I can do that because there's a lot of things you and I can do. I can cook, I can bake, but I can't bake and I can't really cook, like, you know, and I can't, you know, and there's people that there's so many things online now, but what I would say is just do it because you want to do it. Don't do it because, oh, I've seen so-and-so do it and, oh, she's got this or he's got that and therefore I know I can do it. I think you just have to have a passion for it, I think. And not,
Definitely, there's a lot that goes on in the background. People do have real lives. It's not just an online life that we live. People have different personalities, an online personality, a personality when you're with a friend, a personality when you're on your own with your loved ones, you know. So there's a lot that goes on. Even now, just trying to prepare for this, you know, you had to, we didn't have to send them away, but, you know, you have to kind of calm your little ones down, put them in everything. There's a lot of, I'd say, minor suffering that goes on.
I mean, just recently, just a couple of weeks ago, I was saying I've just lost all motivation. Like, I don't want to do anything. And that's not because something happened. It was just I felt overworked, drained. But then you soon get it back because it's you're working for yourself. I mean, there's so many benefits. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, you know, it's hard and it's this and that, because obviously it's not that hard because I do, you know, I'm doing 3 side by side. But it comes with its benefits. But you just need to, I think you just need to appreciate that it isn't as easy as you might think.
I think you're definitely inspiring because I, for one, know back in the days you were literally, I wouldn't say talk of the town, but your name, not your name, but JHILMILAA did used to come up in conversations when people were, you know, there was a wedding coming up or a memory coming up, and you were literally the first point of call for that. How does that make you feel? Because that's first-hand experience. Even within my family, I've purchased from you before, and you know, I just found that just you know, the personality behind, you know, obviously, I have to appreciate the fact that I got to meet you, whereas there's loads of people online that people don't meet.
And this is why this year, obviously, because of all that's going on, we haven't done any, but every year since 2014, we do pop-up shops. And
I've been to one of them as well, and they're amazing. You know, you get like adrenaline, it's a buzz.
I think people walk in, it's just, the first couple were just obviously completely unprepared for what was about to happen. But I think it just gives people can't speak now, I've lost my train of thought. It gives people the opportunity to kind of know, okay, this person is real, their business is real, they have real stock, they're not going to con me, scam me, or, you know, whatever it is. Because there are people online that are doing that, sadly. But yeah, you've got that opportunity to touch and feel. I know a lot of people wouldn't buy online. My mom, for one, wouldn't buy.
Well, that's another thing I want to point out, because there's a lot of disadvantages as well. Going to a shop, especially for people that are not very online savvy and they don't want to buy online because they've got trust issues, having able to touch something and see that colour in real life, just it's reassurance, isn't it? Because people do get anxiety buying online. So
because I've always got people say, can I see a real picture? And I do try and go out my way to make sure I send it on their phone, because obviously you've got model pictures which are airbrushed and all of this stuff. So I do try and go out my way and send them. And if I haven't got it in stock, I'll ask my suppliers, you know, so and so wants to order this, you know, we need to see it first before getting it. But it's nice.
June Rain as obviously your most recent, and then Noories Knots came when you had Noories Knots, actually. So I want to know when Dawood's going to have his little...
Oh, I don't know. He's going to probably be... I don't know. You know, it's really sad, actually. It's not that sad. He doesn't know about it. But
what
with boys, what can he do with boys?
I know it's true. When my goes up and says, well, you know, Mum Noories got that.
We'd make some wooden toys or something soon. We'll put some toys together. Like, this is, and you know what, again, it is... The possibilities are endless. The other night I was thinking there's so many things that people can do. Why are we like going and doing what somebody else is doing? You can do, there's so many things you can do.
Like, but the thing is, there is so many things you can do, but there's so many similar things you can do in a different way. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Might ruffle a few feathers, but like, how do you feel with people that you can see their online presence and you can tell that they've taken... I'm going to call it inspiration. But it's not really. It's
happened. It's still happening. I mean, you just wish them the best.
Yeah.
And I like going back to what I first said. What's meant to be mine will be mine, and what's meant to be yours, it will be yours. And like you say, right from the beginning, when I started, JHILMILAA, people would be like, oh yeah, it must be a family. Oh, it must be a husband. I wasn't even married then. And it
Hannah's done this obviously when she was at uni, so you know, like just a few little snippets that we got from you when you started your Mama Diaries as well. I think a lot of people got to know you more then from Mama Diaries, because you also have a home page as well, don't you?
Too many Instagram pages. Too many. I don't even know what
I'm telling you, running just one is really time consuming. I think people think, goodness me, these girls and guys they must sit at home and flip with their phone, but it can consume your time. Like sometimes I'm in my DMs answering things, and by the time I know it, I'm there for like an hour or two, and I'm like, wow. But obviously I do get something from it, because I know that I've helped someone along the way somewhere. So, you know, I'm always very apologetic if I don't open. Like, I think currently I'm down to about 60 messages in my phone.
Nice.
So that feels good, because I know I can go down to it. Yeah. How do you deal with customers or people online that have been either, I'm going to put it politely, rude, but I can use so many different words. How do you deal with people?
You know
like
what? I just have to deal with, like, on a personal level, if somebody was rude to me, oh God, they would get it. You know, I'd be rude back. But no, I wouldn't be rude back. But you know, I'd put them in their place.
I guess you have different responses for all the pages, don't you? Because on my diaries, you're a bit more Halima, JHILMILAA,
that's got nothing to do with me. That's like completely business-headed, you know, responses. Even if, of course, you're going to get unhappy customers. Of course, you're going to get, you know, it's slightly different, or it's slightly this or slightly that. Of course, you're going to get all of these things. Lighting, colour, like. You know, that's the thing with buying online as well, like you said, and that's why 3 or 4 times throughout the year, not just in Birmingham, in London, Manchester, you know, wherever we can get a place.
I think we're all missing your pop-up shops. Actually.
I'm missing my pop-up shops as well.
Because you get to interact with people that have really bought from you. And to be honest, I bet some people just come just to meet you.
And some people like, oh, it's so nice to meet you, and then it's just like, oh yeah, they will buy something for their mom, and it's so. I think it was one time. I think the nicest thing that happened was, it was Valentine's Day, and a guy drove his wife down. I think it was his wife. Yeah. Sure, it's his wife. His wife down on Valentine's Day to buy saris. And I'm thinking, oh, my husband would never do that. He wouldn't even drive around the corner if I said to him, I want to go get clothes. You know, on a Saturday.
That's like something that we're happy with.
But they came, and I was like, that is so nice. And you get to see so many things. I'm getting married. Then you meet, like, you know, online people that you follow. Like yourself, and then there's like, you know, other bloggers and this and that, and just like, oh yeah, and then they tag you in it, and they've got like, you know, 100,000 followers, and like, oh wow, I didn't even know.
So another point I want to make is when people tag you as a business, they've got your outfit on, you obviously repay them the honour by reposting. A lot of people don't do that. How does it make you feel? I'd say, put yourself in the customer's shoes. How do you think it might make them feel if you don't acknowledge them? I believe in reposting.
I always ask them. Say for example, like it might be a hijabi who hasn't got a scarf. Like, oh, can you crop my head out? But I always ask, because I think it gives people the opportunity again, because just reassuring people that what you see is what you get. You do get something after you buy something, and then this is how you can style it. And that's I think that's the most important thing, knowing that, you know, it's not just, you've not just got mannequin pictures, or you've not just got model pictures, you have got, you know, your average person.
So we're going to move on to the names. Obviously, what I'm looking to do, I want to hear it. What I'm looking to do, obviously, going forward, is educate people on different Bengali words, and hopefully put up words as a post. It will be like a shabd, do you know what I mean? Like, and then put down what it means, how to pronounce it, because people love these kinds of posts, and those are the posts that get a lot of views and they get a lot of reshares and stuff like that. So tell me where JHILMILAA came from, because I have a vague idea of what it means.
Beans, yeah.
But try and explain what that means.
You know what, this is going to be so, you think you're going to get a really inspirational answer, but it's not, it really isn't. When the idea came and when I ordered all my stuff, like, I'm the type of person, when I want to do something, I want to do it there and I want to do it then. I don't want to wait till tomorrow or next week. I've learned to be a bit more patient now, but at that time I wasn't. So I was like, okay, I need a business name, I need to open a Facebook page. Like now. So I went on Google, good old Google, and I looked for Hindi names that were related to clothing, and there were so many things that came up, like Diva, Dia, Silsila, then JHILMILAA. It was like quite down the list, and then I was like, that sounds perfect because I've not heard that anywhere, and I remember. Obviously, like my mom is always in saris, or used to be a lot. And then in Bengali as well, like JHILMILAA. So it's from that, isn't it? It comes from that. So I was like, you know what? That's the kind of thing that I like the name. Although a lot of people call me JHILMILAA, Jamelia.
I think people think that's your name.
Yeah, they do. And there was sometimes when I tell them, they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. No, I was like, no, it's fine.
Name.
Yeah, it's a nice name. It's not a bad name.
So basically, JHILMILAA means sparkling, basically.
Yeah.
So you in Bengali, as Halima said, you say, it's a JHILMILAA for her. So it's like it's sparkly, basically. It's an amazing name.
And it's a nice name. It fits in with what.
Yeah.
It ties in with what I'm doing there. So because I didn't want to name it like Halima's. There's nothing wrong with these names, by the way. But Halima's something. Halima's. Whatever, you hear boutique and shop and this and that. I don't want to do anything like that. I don't want to have my name in anything.
Would you ever open up a shop?
No.
We're talking from not the pandemic point of view, but would you ever? And what would your reason be for not wanting to?
There's too many overhead costs. And when you walk into a shop, that same sari that I'm probably selling for £40 will probably be £70-80, and you can't. I don't blame the shops. Yeah, they have because they have to. They've got staff to pay. They've got if you think about all the costs that come with it, it's not worth it if you're selling just everyday suits, everyday saris, everyday whatever. But if I start doing bridal, which I'm going to.
I want you to.
I will. Let this pandemic. Let this.
Inshallah, make the everyone that
Yeah. And even then, I just feel like. You get a lot more. Before I had my kids, I used to have a lot of customers come into my house when I was.
I came to your house. I think it was mum and dad's house.
Yeah, in my mum and dad's house, and I feel like that you can give a lot more of a personalised service.
Yes, definitely.
And so that's my plan to start off with when everything is back to normal again.
I think people that are your customer base at the moment are literally waiting for you to do that. I remember your bridal actually, and all I remember is it being different and not so much work on it, and it's nice. And do you know what? That's the way people are going now. A lot of people don't like to be fully clothed in something that's got work on the top, work on the scarf and the bottom. So I still remember what yours was like. It's absolutely stunning, honestly.
But hopefully, But if it was just not bridal and doing what I'm doing, I wouldn't open a shop, because I just feel like you can't, because you've got an online shop and you can't charge the same online as you would in the shop, and then it's people come. You know what our people are like? Well, I saw it online for £20. So why is it 40 here?
Yeah,
I don't think we appreciate it either. I think my mom doesn't appreciate it. When we go into a shop, why is it so much?
Yeah. Well, I can tell. Owning a clothing brand, you probably never buy anything, do you? Or you do? No. Apart from Western clothing, you never need to buy any Asian clothing. And for me, that's a dream. Yeah. That is a dream. I love clothing, and as you know, I love Asian clothing.
Funny bit is though, I don't like wearing saris.
Do you know?
No, it's just so painful. It's just so. I find it so. Some people who carry it really well know how to put it on now. Know how to put it on people. Yeah. But
you actually look stunning. And shall I say a bit sorry? I love on you. It was Eid, and it was a cream floral sari you wore with a high neck.
Oh, I think I know.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Absolutely stunning. And I know what you mean about the being comfortable, because wearing saris as you know, as much as they look classy and elegant and they make you stand tall and character kind of changes.
Yeah, I just feel like it doesn't fit in with my personality because I don't wear heels. I don't, although I need to. I don't wear heels. I don't, a lot of things. So, and I think people who can pull it off do look great. And I've seen some of my customers and they make things look amazing. And I think that's, they wear it for me. So
there you go, guys. The simplest thing about not wanting to be in having your own shop is because of overheads. A lot of people do think, oh, I wish you had a shop, but they're just saying that from a customer point of view. But as a CEO, how does it feel to
no,
be
I don't
a
like
CEO?
it. You know what? A lot of people, I don't even tell a lot of people anymore.
Yeah.
It's just if you know, but if you don't, I just feel like it's a bit. I don't know how to explain it.
Braggy.
Like braggy and not that. Like,
it's not. If you're coming from a good place and you know how to emulate your words that you're thinking and how you want to say it, then it will come out in the right way. Because you don't realise, not being on the forefront of these businesses, but people knowing that you are now JuneRain and Noories Knots, people do learn a lot from me, but by being silent, they observe you and they probably are learning a lot from you. So, hopefully people take the positive away from me. That's all I see anyway. Where did JuneRain come from?
Oh, so basically this house we've bought recently. Not recently, it's been 2 years, it's not recent. It's the pain. But we renovated everything. It started from wanting to do one thing to 100 things. And there's still unfinished things, like the camera's not that way and it's a good job. It's not pointing in that direction. But obviously when you first buy a house, when you move into a house, it smells really stale.
Yeah.
Do you know what's the word? It's not stale.
Damp.
No, not even damp. It's like it smells of dust. It smells of building. Wet. That's it. You know that like a wet smell. And everywhere I went to
like damp wood.
Yeah, that's it. That smell you get. Oh, anyway.
Yeah.
And I went to B&M Bargains. Yeah. Oh, it's not even called B&M Bargains anymore. B&M.
Yeah.
And I bought some wax melts from there, and they were so rubbish. And then obviously I didn't even know. Obviously there are so many people online now that I'm doing it. I know are doing it, but I was like, you know what? I need to make something or do something for my house to smell nice. And then I started researching. And I remember sitting in my unfinished room there and bought like everything I needed to buy. And I started trialing it. And I gave them to, as I was staying in my mum's house at the time. So I was trying it in my mum's house, my poor mum's kitchen. My sister's house.
I bet she loved having you there.
Yeah, well, yeah, she did. I think she misses the kids more than anything. They miss the kids. But so I tried it out. I made some. I gave some out to friends and family. I again opened a Instagram page because that's the place for it. Got people to test it out and see what their feedback was. And when I started getting feedback, like, oh, actually, it does go through the whole house, or it is long lasting, or all of these things. I thought, you know what, actually, it is something I enjoy doing. Yeah. And I should do it, and it makes you feel good as well, especially in the current time. It fit right in with
what was going on.
What is going on.
Everyone's spending more time at home. They're using that time to renovate their homes, and so.
Yeah, and sometimes in the evenings you sit down and you just want to light a candle or put a wax melt on, or
it's calming.
It is very therapeutic. Yeah.
All those good. Buzzwords that come along with your health, basically.
I think I did it because of my own need, really. But then when I saw that there was definitely a gap.
Yeah. How did you find the name? How did you come up with the name?
It was June. It was June.
Basically, it was June and it was rain. Was that it?
That was it.
Okay.
But this is what I mean.
It was so fitting though, because actually Halima actually gifted me some samples which I love. I actually got a few left, and obviously as a new business, like when people give you do think, I always do. I always think about things that people don't think. For instance, like you gave me that, and I think, I wonder why she called it that. Maybe her birthday's in June. Maybe
my birthday is in June.
My
birthday is in June.
I know, maybe it was a rainy day, or I do think like that, whereas a lot of people don't. So, constructive criticism.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you've probably got some.
Yeah.
A lot of people I like to give constructive criticism back to everybody, and I think it's good and it's bad. Good for the business. Oh, we have kids. Yes,
Constructive criticism for the third
how
time.
do you take it? Yeah, and have people giving you criticism and you thought,
Oh God, yeah.
okay, constructive criticism.
Fourth time.
Fourth time, yeah.
Yeah, I do take it on board. Definitely, because if one person's thinking it, then more than one people are thinking it.
Mommy?
Yeah.
Let's finish up with talking about Noories Knots.
Yeah, oh yeah. So,
Textiles background.
that's it. I never used to know how to sew, so this
Yeah.
is the first thing I learned.
Mhm.
And then before lockdown started, I did, because my little girl only wears handmade clothes.
Yeah.
Um,
Which are amazing, by the way, guys. Oh my
thanks.
gosh, I love. I
so-
always say to you, if I was your daughter, literally, I would love you. Look, she's gonna look back at her pictures and think, oh my god, I look really nice, you know.
Yeah, well, she doesn't appreciate it as much as she should, but anyway, that's good. But yeah, I think once I have a bit of time, just making, but I don't think I'll sell it just for my own,
Yeah.
for my own little
You
girl.
never know. I think if you get to the point where you're confident
Yeah.
in it, you know, confident in cutting your patterns and
Yeah,
things like
yeah.
that. See, I'm very much. My sister makes a lot of my
Oh,
trousers
yeah,
has done
yeah.
forever. She always does. She made these trousers for me. It's like I've got a vision, but I get frustrated when it comes to sewing.
Yeah.
Or something like the stitches will start skipping. I'll be like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. I can't do it anymore.
There's so many things you
have
can
to have
learn
so much
though.
patience.
Yeah, you do, but I think just knowing which stitch to use, which option to use on the machine, YouTube video, like YouTube
Yeah.
taught me this. And then I have made a couple of clothes for her, like skirts and what else did I make for her? And like a romper and stuff.
I love her. I think she looks so cute in her rompers.
But
Especially her full circle skirts. Oh my god.
Yeah, see, I
I
made
love
one
them.
of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think when we get a bit more time and once everything kind of settles down, I will definitely make her some clothes.
Yeah,
But we don't
inshallah.
know. We can maybe add to this.
So there's a lot more to come. Obviously, guys, I really, really wanted to. I was pestering you and bothering you because I wanted to interview Halima because she is inspiring, especially for people within our society. Like, people want to do things, but they're held back by.
And they should never be held back.
Yeah.
That's one thing I would say is don't let anyone tell you you
Yeah.
can't.
And
Not that anybody has, but I
Yeah.
have had people obviously in my DMs or, my husband said I shouldn't, or my mother-in-law said I shouldn't, or I'm always doing things for my in-laws and my family, or, whoever, it could be your own family, but the thing is, you need to
I'll tell
sometimes...
you something for nothing. I know a lot of girls online that have businesses and their families don't know.
Are you serious?
Yes. There's about 3 people come to my head. They don't know because they don't store stuff there, or it's stuff that they just buy and sell.
Selling.
So they'll get it shipped straight from the
Supplier.
So a lot of people at home don't know they do it, and it's amazing that they're doing that. But it must be not a nice feeling
Yeah,
to
no.
think you can't tell people that
No.
you've got. But it's because they need that extra income.
Yeah.
So never be afraid, do it. And I think one thing that stops people from doing it is finances, and that's what everything comes down to.
Yeah, it all comes down
If
to
you don't
that,
have the finance, you can't do it. But there is so much help out there. If you have a good enough business plan, or you're not working or whatever, there is so many avenues you can go down to get business grants. They'll help you set it up, and then I'm sure some people will pay it back interest free over like 2 or 3 years, and by that time you've probably made it back anyway. So
I think if you trust what you're doing and you know it's good, it'll do well. Like now you see on Instagram loads of people making food, selling food, and I think that like a couple of years ago you never ever saw that, but now it actually makes sense. Like Ramadan time, buying 50, 100 samosas, it makes sense, or kebabs, or whatever it is.
And people love the easy life. It's
Life.
not luxury life, it's 2 different things. It's like it's an easy life to make your time better. You can put it into something
Be more
else.
productive with your own time.
Exactly. Okay, so do you have a favourite account on Instagram that you can think of straight away? If I was to say to you, Halima, what's your favourite account?
What that I follow?
Yeah. Can you think of any?
Depop drama.
Oh my god, guys.
I love that page.
I love it as well. If you want a laugh,
and I think I feel like I could relate to it as well because I've got so many customers.
because
But
of what you do. don't visit meme pages. Go to Depop Drama because it's hilarious. I could just be on it
I
at
literally
night
sit
and
there and I
scroll.
can't even breathe. And you know what I'm loving now? Like at the minute, it's not an account obviously, but it's all the tier 6, tier 7 stuff. Like yesterday I was sitting here and I was like, tier 12 and Boris Johnson starts chasing you, and I was just like, it's so funny.
I know, it's crazy.
You've got to laugh about it because otherwise you will cry about it.
You have to, and that's it. I think in life, like Halima says, what's yours is yours, it will be yours. Don't stress too much. Do what you have to do. You can't be 100% in everything you do.
And not everyone will like you.
Yeah, exactly. That's one thing. Don't feel like you always need to be liked. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I felt in the beginning on my platform, because it was nothing, do you know what I mean? Like, I wanted people to like me. I didn't want people to not like me, but I've come to a point where I actually don't care if you like me or not, and if you do, it's great, it's amazing, but if you don't, you know, I'm not going to welcome you on the page, bye. Do you know what I mean? So it's
I think that's what a lot of people get their own emotions into it and their own feelings. I'm like, we live in a world where we're so insignificant, really, if you think about it.
Yeah.
So it's a benefit if people like you, and for the right reasons, you know. You don't want people to like you to gain something or to, you know, to whatever. And I remember when I first started this, my JHILMILAA, there were people that would message me and I knew exactly who they were. But they'd be like, oh, my sister is a makeup artist, and we want to buy bulk saris. They were basically starting their own business out.
Right, but they wanted to buy it.
They wanted to, and I was like, just be transparent, be honest.
Yeah.
Probably will say no. But yeah, do you know, rather than going around the back route, it just makes you look.
As a business owner, I think we're going to finish on this note as well. As a business owner, obviously a lot of people will take inspiration from you and they would want to start it up. So there is genuinely people out there that just don't know what avenue to go to, and so they will come to you for help. They might be doing something similar, but they don't have a customer base, or they're in a different city, or their approach will be different. In that manner, like obviously if it was me and I came to you and I said, look, Halima, I really want to start up a clothing business, and I think it's very apparent that I want to design clothes. I love it, I absolutely love it, but I don't have the patience to sew, otherwise I would. I did used to before. So for me it would be my main thing is not sourcing. I know that you can go to places and source it yourself. I can go to India, I can go to Bangladesh, I can go to Pakistan, wherever it is. But my main concern is tailoring. Like, so, you know, I'd always say to someone, how do you go and find a tailor that just knows that a size 10 pattern needs to be like this, or a 12 needs to be like this? That's the thing, see what I mean? Like, I think it comes down to tailoring.
It does.
So the question to you is, obviously, if someone was to ask you, Halima, would you please guide me? Would the guidance be from experience, or just showing them like this is where you need to go, or would you actually give them contacts?
I wouldn't give contacts. I wouldn't. I don't think any business would, because when in 2015. When I found the contacts that I've got now, I went to India for 3 or 4 weeks myself, and you know, I was newly married then, a couple of months, and it was literally from shop to shop to shop to shop to business to cities to states. You know, it wasn't easy. But then, you know, somebody else to be sitting at home and be like, oh, you know, I really want to start something, which is fine. You know, like you're more than welcome. Like I said, there's room for all of us at the table. Do you know? But what you can't do, what I wouldn't do is obviously like, here's the number.
Yes, exactly.
Take my house keys.
It's not great business sense to do that.
No.
So
but I would obviously tell them what to do, how to do it, have real pictures, have, you know, genuine feedback, don't just have like, you know, give them out to your own family and friends and get like, you know, you can just see staged feedback. You know, sometimes you can just sense it whether it's real or not. Maybe not so often, but I feel like I can, because when it's my own friends and family giving feedback, I feel like it's a bit more, it's nice, it's really nice, like exaggerated nice, whereas obviously...
But you don't want them to be...
I don't want all my customers to be my friends and family, because then where does that leave me when they've got enough outfits, you know? Do you know, but I think it's just going out there, just trying, making sure you're posting every day, putting things on your story every day,
being consistent,
interactive. You know, if you can't reply at a certain time, or you don't work weekends, or you don't
message,
I'll get back to you.
Because the worst thing is being left on red when it's a question you
Yeah.
ask. So yeah, send a pic. If you don't want to type, I a voice message, but voice note now. I can't type because the typos I make, I'm gonna get myself in trouble one day. So I'll just message you and be like, I'll get back to you when I get
See,
home.
the thing is, I do sometimes, there's so many messages, I just leave them on unread because I feel like there's nothing worse than reading something and not replying to it. And you know, sometimes you can see a little bit of it, like, oh, can I have a close up? I'm like, I know I'm out at the minute.
I can't do it right now.
It's the middle of the night, I can't do it right now, so I'm not going to open the message because you forget, don't you? You completely, well, I always forget. So
a little tip I do, because I know that accidentally sometimes I can just open something and I'm not in a position, I'm not ready to reply to that. So I will just put people into restricted. And so the message will go into the requests, or the restricted, I don't know how it works, and then I'll go through it like that. But if you don't want to get into trouble, that's a good thing to do. I'm not telling you that, but it's a good thing. Anyway, I really want to just thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you. No, thank you for coming and, you know.
I have to pester her, but not that much, you know. But thank you so much for letting us into your home. You guys have to go and follow all the pages because they've all got their pages.
There's like an arm length.
5? Is it 5?
Yeah, I don't even know, you know. I've got my private one. My mum
There's
one.
JHILMILAA, there's Noories Knots,
I've got like
JuneRain.
6 oh my goodness, I've got 6 Instagram pages.
Wow.
What are the
other?
I've got a home one.
JuneRain, JHILMILAA. We're not allowed to know the other ones, guys. Sorry, but yeah, is this coconut and Illinois, by the way?
This
what
one.
Is it? Or is it?
I don't know. You're asking now. I made something and I put it down, and I don't know what it is.
Smells like coconut and Illinois, or maybe blush suede, maybe. But no, thank you so.
No, it's okay. It is blush suede.
It
is. Oh, sorry, don't put
I
this
have
bit
to
in.
think which one. You know when you smell something for a bit and then you.
Yeah, no, it is. You know what? I can't smell anything at the moment, and I just
guys,
can't do anything.
if you are into your home smelling, you definitely need to grab these. You've got your home sprays now as well.
Yeah, I'll try it.
Which I've seen your feedback, by the way, and people have been leaving some great feedback.
And you can use them as body sprays.
See. What is that? I don't know what that is, but it's
some Baccarat Rouge. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
So I've got some replica sprays of that.
From Zara.
I get the, I've got the, I don't have the real one, but I do have a replica sprays that someone sent to me as well, and it does smell very similar, but this is very pungent.
Thank you.
I know pungent, some people use pungent as something negative, but it's not, oh my god. But I can smell it, it's got that zest.
Yeah,
really
I sometimes,
nice.
you know, when I can't bother to go upstairs, put some on my wrist and go
amazing. Thank you so much. Hopefully we look forward to seeing a lot more. I just want you to start doing your bridal outfits.
Yeah, I will. Just
and maybe in the future you'll allow us to come back and update us on it. So thank you so much.
You're welcome, and thank you. Thanks for coming.